Why? All right, next we're gonna watch why men love literally me characters. If you don't know what literally me character is, it's with like the characters you see in movies. You're like, oh, that's literally me. So we're gonna see why men love these certain literally me characters.
This video is brought to you by Mubi. Get a whole month.
Fuck your ads.
Fight Club has been warning us. The idea of what it means to be a man is destabilizing in modern society. Recently, a lot of characters have gained renewed interest among young men.
I've noticed that, like these dudes, like these like kids, like 18 and down, are like, oh, I love Patrick Bateman, or I love Andrew Tate. You love all these people. I'm like, bro, like, you like. First of all, these people are like twice like your fucking age. They're like these movies are super fucking old. And I think one of the things is like newer movies, newer content is just like not as fucking good. Like most newer movies fucking suck, and they don't like represent real life, represent real people, represent real struggles as much.
Them literally me. By analyzing those movies that dive deeper into the psyche of men, maybe we can get a grip on why men find them.
Older movies are better in my opinion. Like do you guys agree with that? I feel like I enjoy most older movies a lot more. Like late 90s movies, early 2000s movies, way better. I know, so like I love American Psycho, and I think the meme is Cool Giraffe. And I had someone the other night like, oh, just be Patrick Bateman. I'm like, you don't want to be Patrick Bateman, but Patrick Bateman is a symbolism of someone who is like an outsider who's pushed to the brink of going crazy. And so it's more to like guys more like relate to like being an outsider, being pushed to going crazy, not wanting to be a worker drone, blah, blah, blah. But you don't want to be Patrick Bateman because he was never fucking happy. The whole time he was going insane because he couldn't find happiness, and that's what led him to fucking kill people. And in the end, you see what happens.
I'm so relatable and understand the so-called crisis.
Like most people are just doing it for the meme. They do it because like all the other guys do it. Like you're 100% right, Giraffe. I could not like I try to tell people that like yes, these characters do symbolize like society in a way and men's struggles, but like it's like a warning, not like a message of like what you should do or how you should act or how you should be.
Masculinity. What does it mean to be a man in a modern age?
People are very confused by this. What does it mean to be a man?
Okay, let's start with the most important theme in American Psycho, conformity. Because at its core, that's what this movie is all about. Patrick Bateman is living a fancy lifestyle as an investment banker on Wall Street. He's living healthy, eating a balanced diet, and doing rigorous exercise routines.
God, I love Christian Bale, dude. Like honestly, like when I get older, I hope I age into like a Christian Bale. Like this is how I want to be when I'm like 30, bro. I fucking love Christian Bale. He's one of my favorite actors.
He's applying thousands of layers of beauty products to craft the perfect version of himself. Why? Because he simply wants to fit in.
I think he wasn't killing women, was trying to seem cool on his friends that he hates. Yeah, like Patrick Bateman is not someone you should aspire to be, but like you can relate to his like hate for conformity. But like you don't want to be driven insane, because like being driven insane like that and being pushed to the fringe of society, which a lot of guys are, is not like the ideal like fucking personality in life.
To fit in.
Down to the haircuts, the suits, the business cards, it all shows that these men think they're individual and unique, but they aren't. However, the lyrics of the song Hip to Be Square explains that it's okay to be normal, because it's not just about the pleasures of conformity and the importance of trends.
My favorite scene.
Alright, let's cut it there. You see, in Fight Club, they don't like conformity that much.
Gentlemen, welcome to Fight Club.
Honestly, hot take, I like a lot of these movies, but I was not a big fan of Fight Club. Who's seen Fight Club? Did you guys like that shit? It was alright. Very mid to me. I feel like the only reason guys like it a lot is because it like reinforces like this need to be macho in like a physical manner. I never watched it. You're not really missing a lot. I would say it's like maybe good if you're into like internet culture, because there's a lot of memes about it. There's a lot of like guys who say, oh, and they relate to it, but like it's not a great movie in itself, in my opinion. Me neither. It's a decent movie to watch. Like it's not bad. I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
Tyler Durden is the god of masculinity, trying to break the main character free from his conformist lifestyle and boring.
So basically, this guy, in the like analogy, if you dive deep in, this guy is the toxic masculine side of man, and this guy's trying to find his masculinity. He's been emasculated by his job, by women, by like the symbolism guys get from this, by society, And this guy introduces him to the masculine side to regain his masculinity, to regain his like testosterone, blah 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 blah. That's like kind of the premise.
Job. The narrator is suffering from insomnia and is obsessed with creating a self-image that is socially acceptable, similar to Patrick Bateman. He doesn't really have a way to express himself in a society where everything is a copy of a copy of a copy. All he does to feel unique is turn to consumerism and buy furniture that he felt defined him best as a person. Director David Fincher said, "We're designed to be hunters and we're in a society of shopping. There's nothing to kill anymore, nothing to fight, nothing to overcome, and nothing to explore."
That's not true though. So I do think we are designed to be hunters, we're designed to be aggressive, we're designed to like be animalistic, primal in a way, but like within your own mind, within your own life. Like you don't have to kill or fight, but like you don't need to let your mind become sedentary. You don't need to let your mind become like consumerism is fucking terrible. And you need outlets for your mind. You need outlets for those primal fucking instincts that you have.
In that societal emasculation, this everyman is created. Patrick Bateman and the narrator in Fight Club create consciously or unconsciously alter egos that allow them to exhibit their masculinity and escape a culture that no longer accepts such behavior. They're not the only two characters that have been struggling with this duality of a man.
But this is like an example of guys who cannot find and create their own outlets, and they turn to like this like crazy like shit that like it ultimately fucks them over. You know what I mean? Because in like Giraffe said, like Patrick Bateman was never actually happy. It's because like they don't know how to express their emotions. Because like in society, I do think, and this goes for both genders, not just men, but I think it's like more applicable to men because like women do handle it better. But in a lot of men are misunderstood, and you know men's mental health is not as important and taught about growing up. Like just suck it up, pour your emotions into your job and family, like as in anyone, you guys need to have like passions. You guys need to have things outside of like the mundane things you have to do in life. Like I obviously like I say like, oh, escape the matrix, but you still have to work a job. I have to work a job. You still have to fucking maintain a house. You still have to fucking eat. You still have to do all these things. Like you can't escape. But the thing is like you have to do those things, but you also have to have like a life and a mental like journey, and a mental like exploration, a hero's journey. And where you explore things, you explore your interests, you explore your passions, and like you feel your aggression, you feel all the other emotions that you can't express at work, in friend groups, in your family. You gotta have like a way to express that outside of like just what your normal life, because like you can't escape society. Like at the end of the day, you can, but you can't.
Because in Nightcrawler, Taxi Driver, and Drive, the main characters are also.
I never saw Drive.
Just like Patrick Bateman's urge to fit in, both
thank you, Mikkel, for the 100 bits.
Are trying to fit into society by getting a regular job.
Like everyone's always trying to fit in, and everyone thinks like once they fit in, like they'll just like live like this like normal, perfect life, and that's just not true.
But because they don't really have the premier education to fit this ideal of an office job, Travis starts working as a taxi driver late at night to deal with his insomnia. And after Lou Bloom gets rejected, he starts night crawling as well, and finds a way to make money out of filming crime scenes.
Nightcrawling is so creepy.
There are actually many parallels between these two movies. Not only is the poster of Nightcrawler an obvious homage to Taxi Driver, both characters are also very ambitious and goal-oriented men that are capable of doing anything, and I mean anything, to eventually reach their end goal.
So like, and then like this is when it turns toxic, like Patrick Bateman or Nightcrawler or Fight Club or Taxi Driver, because like they don't know how to express themselves, they don't know how to like let out this fuel, and they put it into something toxic, like these characters do. And people do that all the time. Like a lot of people who do like these absurd acts, degenerate acts, or like fuel like get angry, punch holes in walls, hurt other people. Most of the time it's because they don't know how to express themselves, and they have all these inner emotions they can't deal with, they can't understand, because as a child, a teenager, and a young man, they never learned to do it. They never even tried because no one taught them, or they just don't know, or they're just weak. They're just mentally fucking weak.
Lou lives in modern-day LA in a time where everyone is obsessed with personal gain and success. This causes him to create a form of predatory masculinity, hunting down his prey like a lone wolf every night in order to film the crime scenes and sell them to the news station.
Before anyone else.
His greed is good mentality makes him persistent and uses this to become the top predator.
Have you guys, has anybody seen Nightcrawler? If not, that is a good movie, and I like Jake Gyllenhaal too as an actor, so definitely watch it.
Business. He is kind and respectful for the sake of social acceptance, but very
Hey, listen, they have a
narcissistic
biddy.
and tunnel-visioned for his own financial gain.
It's not.
Blue Bloom literally goes to that animal state of masculinity and releases the beast within man. He even looks like a
Give it a
hungry predator
15.
that uses his
Thank you.
manipulative instincts to trap and catch his prey. Similarly, Travis Bickle drives around the dangerous and dirty streets of New York City at night. Travis is a forgotten and ignored victim of the working class through the rise of capitalism in big cities.
So I'm saying like being a working class individual like myself, like you guys, like anyone, is it's so damaging to your like your aura, to your energy, to your primal self, to your mind, to your mental. Like you're just not like, especially now, like how much you have to work, how much you have to stress money, how much you have to stress bills, how much you have to stress all this shit just to make it by, and you have to work, you gotta do this, you gotta pick up a second job, you gotta fucking stretch money, you gotta get credit cards. Like, it is not human. It's not fucking human at all, bro. And it'll fucking drive you insane. That's why you gotta find a fucking outlet.
One day, he hopes to clean it all up.
A grind.
The hero of the city.
All the animals come out at night. Someday a real rain will come and wash all the scum off the streets.
Travis feels lost by the city life, and after getting rejected by Betsy, he starts to cut and paste together what he believes is a masculine, heroic identity. He starts training like a soldier, handling guns like a cowboy, and dressing up like a veteran. All pop cultural elements that form his idea of a hyper-masculine hero that'll be there for the people. But in reality,
Does that sound like someone we know? Fucking Andrew Tate.
he starts to become ultra-violent. And
Andrew Tate became a hyper masculine, hyper crazy individual, which you see in movies, driving fast cars, fucking women, being jacked, fighting. All the typical tropes that define masculinity in our society, you know, like not real masculinity, but masculinity. And men don't have that anymore. They don't understand that. So when they see people like Andrew Tate and they're lost and confused, they fucking grab onto it and they believe these fucking crazy ideas. But masculinity is not about that. You can funnel this fucking masculinity, because like masculinity is I'm not gonna lie, masculinity is fucking strong. Like it's a fucking strong feeling, it's a strong hormone, it's strong. And they feel it into the fucking wrong things. Like literally, if they put it into something productive, something healthy for themselves, something healthy for their healthy for the community, healthy for their families, healthy, like you can achieve so fucking much. But they just don't understand it. They just don't understand the emotions. They don't know how to process them, and they don't know how to be better. They don't know how to take the real red pill. They don't know the fucking truth. They get caught up in all these semantics and these crazy ass things.
reckless. This hyper-masculinity is one that relies on ancient...
You wanna be a man? It's easy. Giraffe, like, it might be easy. I don't know if you're meaning it might be easy for you, but for like so many people, I talk to so many guys, and they just don't get it, bro. They just truly don't understand how to deal with their emotions. They'll feel angry. For example, they'll feel anxiety, and they're like, "What am I feeling right now? I don't understand." And they get angry and they get violent, and it's crazy to me. It's insane. Or they get depressed. They become alcoholics. They become drug addicts. They become woman beaters. They become all these things because they really just don't understand their emotions. Like, they don't understand what anxiety is. What am I feeling right now? What am I feeling right now? I'm like, bro, you're being anxious. You have anxiety. Oh, you have depression. Like, they just don't understand that emotion, that feeling, because at a young age, they weren't taught to deal with it. They weren't taught to cope with it. Society, if you have anxiety as a man or depression as a man, you're looked down upon, you're seen as weak, and all this shit. They repress it. Exactly, Lissa. Them straight men, lol.
Of heroic behaviors, such as being a knight or cowboy that rescues princesses and fights the bad guys, which makes Travis live a life between fact and fiction.
Walking contradiction.
You saying that about me?
Well, who else would I be talking about?
Travis gets
Bunch of
caught up
idiots.
in this duality of a man, which is slowly sending him down the wrong
Facts.
path.
Based.
This brings us to the movie Drive.
I didn't see
Because similar to
Drive.
Taxi Driver, it involves the notion of portraying the masculinity of a hero versus being a real hero.
Portraying the masculinity of a hero. They're portraying this ultra persona masculinity, like fucking these alpha males, Liver King, Andrew Tate, all these fucking dudes. And these guys, and people are probably gonna think about like a pussy or like a fucking liberal, because I'm not. I'm very much the opposite, because I'm very much embrace masculinity. I very much embrace men being masculine. But these guys are selling you fucking lies. You could be masculine, get your fucking testosterone up, and be a fucking man, and be aggressive, be fucking productive, be a fucking warrior. But this is not the fucking way. This is literally a fake pill, a fake idea sold to you, and it's just literally a fucking scam.
The driver is a stunt.
And Andrew Tate, people like that know that men are confused. They know all this stuff, and they will literally use it to their advantage to make money, to gain followers, to gain influence, and to control people. They latch onto a cool character, dictate their person. Yes, exactly. Like they see how weak and emasculated they are, Giraffe, and they see this ultra masculine guy. Oh man, blah blah blah. And like the thing is, that's not real masculinity. Those guys aren't even probably really like that in real life. Like in real life, Andrew Tate's probably not even like that. He's probably like no person is like that in real life. He's probably a chill dude. He has a fuck ton of money. He likes to like go on boats. I'm sure like when he takes girls out, he buys them stuff, takes care of them, blah blah blah. Like he's probably not actually like all like that shitty of a person in his actual life. But he knows that he could sell that image, and guys are gonna latch onto it. They're gonna spend money. They're gonna follow him, and other people like him. I'm not just saying Andrew Tate. I'm not here to shut on Andrew Tate because I don't give a fuck about Andrew Tate. Like whatever. I think Andrew Tate was good for one reason. It raised the question of what real masculinity is when it was ignored for a long time. It was ignored, and these guys were doing these toxic things. And I mean, he raised it, and we saw how bad it was, and so now we have to find the truth. We have to find the true meaning of masculinity, find the true meaning of being a fucking man.
Stuntman and mechanic by day, but at night he works as an independent getaway driver for criminals. A stunt driver's job is to literally maintain the illusion of the hero in a fictional film, and the driver therefore spends a good time of his life pretending to be a hero. In an interview, Ryan Gosling adds, "I think Driver is somebody who's seen too many movies, and he's made himself the hero
Watch too many YouTube videos, watch too many TikTok clips.
of his own action film. He's just kind of lost in the mythology of Hollywood." But as soon as the driver meets the perfect girl, Irene, it gets very interesting, and the crossover between Travis Bickle
I need to watch this movie.
becomes more apparent. The driver starts to feel pressure because of his contradictory lifestyle. On the one hand, he doesn't want to take part in the patriarchy of the criminal world and chooses to be a silent, emotionless, and nameless character. On the other hand, he's repressing his humanity, but meeting with Irene is his way of reclaiming it. However, it's not that easy to escape from the criminal world.
I need to watch
My
this.
hands are a little dirty. So am I.
Just like Travis Bickle, who's surrounded by impure and evil beings, becomes obsessed with saving a 12-year-old prostitute named Iris, the driver feels a sense of protectiveness for Irene as well.
It's a cool jacket though. Oh yeah.
Even resorting to extreme violence to protect Irene and her child. Because it is exactly that purity and innocence that both of these characters have lost, that they are.
That's what I love. Especially I love that in a woman. I'll say that too. I agree with that. Like the most beautiful thing to me in a woman is purity and innocence. And not in a weird way, but like because like me as a man, I feel like that's something worth protecting and something that's worth preserving, because there's not a lot of it in the world anymore. And I think women are very, very innately good at that, being pure and innocent. I feel like men have a harder time, and a lot of women nowadays have lost that sense of purity and innocence, and they become so worldly, and it's sad to me. It really is. It breaks my heart sometimes, because like, yeah, it's a whole different story.
Are now
Whole different
trying
video.
to rescue and protect. Where Travis
And I'm purity and innocent. I don't mean like they've been fucked a bunch and they've been through a bunch of guys. I'm not talking about that at all. Just putting that out there.
Bickle and the driver differ is that Travis wants to leave his mark on this world, but the driver just wants to be happy, and the same for his loved ones. However, they both have the opportunity to become a real hero as opposed to being only a faceless and imaginary one. But as suggested with the lyrics of the soundtrack in Drive, a real hero is also a real human being.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling you. Being a real hero, being a real man, is being a fucking real human. Feeling anxiety, feeling pain, dealing with it, overcoming it, and being better, and being like a real fucking person, being your fucking self. And that's like literally what being a man is. Is like exuberating. Not exuberating. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, like showing your masculinity, showing your strength, showing your primal urges, showing that part of yourself, but also being kind, protecting, respectful, emotional, sensitive. Like you can't just be one thing. But a lot of people like they'll either be one thing, too much of the other thing. You got to be like a overall well-balanced, well-rounded fucking person.
That's something all of these characters have lost on the way. Patrick Bateman
and know how to funnel that energy, funnel these emotions, funnel the inclinavities and things like that.
His obsession with trying to fit in caused him to express himself in extreme manners, and in the end, made him lose touch with humanity.
I had to. Gio got away. I mean, I guess I'm a pretty sick guy.
That's me. I guess I'm a pretty sick guy.
Fight Club turned into a self-operating group with a cult following that now wants to overthrow all power structures in society, caused by the narrator's alter ego. Lou Bloom's mind is poisoned by capitalist society, and the media turned him into a beast, leaving every moral code for the sake of money. In the end, Taxi Driver's past, serving in the Vietnam War, combined with his insomnia, causes him to lose touch with
Insomnia's a
reality
bitch.
and leads to his descent into madness.
Chat, I have a question. And I know Giraffe might be good at answering this because he's been in the medical field. And maybe some other you guys. Do you guys think I have insomnia? Literally since I was probably 15 or 16, I've slept 3 hours a night. My whole life. I always go to bed super late and I always wake up super early. Every single day. Do I nap? Not really. Maybe I'll take a 30-minute nap, hour nap. I can't sleep. I really fucking can't. And like, I still function pretty highly, and I'm very like, do I lose it sometimes? Yeah, but I never lose it on anyone. I've never once like lost my cool on anyone, but do I lose it sometimes? Yeah, but like, I think the healthiest I've been is because I can lose it in my stream. I can lose it with you guys. Like, I can just, like, you guys see how passionate I get sometimes on stream. Yeah, I know, I have trouble going to sleep. I'll lay in bed and like, I'll just lay there and my mind will just race. It'll just race. I'll think about anything, everything, the past, the future, the present. I'll think about random politics. I'll think about random theories. I'll think about all this random shit just all the fucking time. But like once or twice a month, I'll just crash. I will literally just take a I'll crash. I'll sleep like 12 hours I'll sleep like 12 hours straight, like in the middle of the day. Like I'll and it won't be at night. I'll wake up, do like my I've done this like probably twice a month. Like I still won't sleep at night. I'll like wake up and I'll literally go like do my computer stuff in the morning. So what I do every morning, I wake up like 7, 8 a.m. without my alarm, with or without it. And I'll do like my computer stuff. I'll go to the gym and I'll come home and I'll be like so like I'll like literally sit in my chair and I'll be falling asleep. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna lay down for 30 minutes and I'll just like fucking sleep. And I'll be like, I'll just be out. And then I'll wake up and I go right back into it. If you visit the doctor, would they prescribe me pills? Because I won't do that. I won't fucking take pills like that affect my hormones ever. Because I think that's like the most beautiful part of being human is having these crazy hormones and having these crazy out of body experiences, experiencing mania. Like I love my mania. I love being manic. And yeah, you guys have seen me manic. I'm sure you have.
And the driver, well, maybe he is the real hero after all, but his suppressed emotions alienated him so much that in the end, he had to sacrifice everything he had fought for. All of these movies delve into the crisis of masculinity.
But here's also the thing, Cloud. I haven't always drank caffeine like that. I started doing that way before I had an addiction to caffeine, and I know I have an addiction to caffeine. And caffeine doesn't necessarily make me feel awake. It just does, like, if I stop drinking caffeine, I'll have a fucking migraine from hell. And I'll be so irritable, bro. I'll still stay awake. I've tried to stop caffeine plenty of times. I've stopped, went off for the week, and it was literally just like my head fucking would throb, bro. Like, it's like so fucking bad. Like, I'll even take like ibuprofen, stuff like that. And I was like, I'll get off caffeine. And I've tried before, and like I've honestly just given up because like I'll take ibuprofen, take like, you know, pain medicine, and like it just doesn't do it. And I'll just like fucking sit on the headache all day, and that headache causes me to be fucking like just annoyed and irritable to function properly. Imagine me if I slept 6 hours a night. Anxiety, etc. I've also been having this weird dream a lot recently in different ways, and you guys know my take on dreams. I normally don't believe they mean anything, but I've been having this dream for the past 3 months, pretty much every night in different ways. For example, the other night, my friend at work 2 days ago showed me this YouTube video of the new Call of Duty, and it's like a trailer or whatever. So this is just an example, and I have this video in different things, whether it's in a video game, in real life, like a different person, different scenarios. But I'm being chased by a person with a gun. Like, they'll break into a house, they'll point a gun at me, but like they don't really have a beat on me. They can't get the shot off, and I get out, I jump through a window, I run, and I think I get away. I'm like, okay, I got away. And the next thing I know, the gun's on me again. You know what I mean? and I'm like, I run, I get away, and like it's on me again. But like they never get like they can never take the shot, and they're always like, get him. And sometimes it's a group of people, or it's just someone told me it means hopelessness, but like in my real life, like that's something I don't feel. Is that about caffeine? You consume a lot of caffeine, so people need less sleep naturally. Like I don't feel like I'm a low functioning human being. I'm very productive. I'm not lazy ever. I'm very, very, very active. I go to the gym every day. So like I do think one thing, my body has become accustomed to sleeping less. Like, do I think it's the healthiest? Of course not. Do you feel tired? No. Dude, you guys see me, I'm energetic at 10 a.m. It's 2 a.m. and I'm not tired. I'm energetic. Now, sometimes do I get it like, so like when you guys see me get off stream, say I'm tired, it's not really like I'm tired as I go to sleep. I just like, my brain just, I like when I get really passionate, I talk about something like what we did the other night, I get these deep, big conversations, that'll make me, good night, Lisa, that'll make me like not want to like talk. I'll be like, all right, like I can't like, my brain is not like in the mood to like think or speak. But like I'm not sleepy. Yeah. You want the meaning of that? Yeah, you could tell me, but I think you told me. It could be a combo of sleeping disorder, ADD or ADHD.
Caused by conformity in a capitalist and consumerist world. It only makes
if you didn't have multiple monsters. But like I said, I've done that before. Like I would say like maybe a year and a half ago, I for like a month, 2 months, I would say, I literally kicked caffeine. Like I still wanted it, trust me. Like I said, literally the other day, Cloud, I saw the Call of Duty trailer and I went to sleep that night. And like I was like in Call of Duty, I was a Call of Duty character, and it was like a bunch of like Call of Duty characters chasing me. Sometimes it's me in real life, and it's always people. It's not one person. And sometimes I know the person, sometimes I don't. It's like completely random. It's like different versions, but of the same dream. So that's the only reason why I've started to believe it means something, because I just have different versions of the same dream. So like I stopped taking caffeine, and in high school when I was like this as well, I wasn't drinking caffeine like that. I don't take melatonin. I have before. It doesn't do anything to me.
Makes perfect sense that young men who are navigating through the world.
I don't either, Mighty. I really didn't. But like this has been so frequent here recently. Be a COD streamer. Well, the Call of Duty was only one thing. I was just saying, for example, like I had a dream so many times, and then I watched the COD trailer, and then I had that dream the same night. But it was the same variation.
Would find solace in watching these movies, as it represents an extreme example of what they experience on a day-to-day basis.
That make no sense.
This may seem unhealthy to some, but it offers men a piece of media that they can hold close.
Fuck dreams.
In a world that so often shies away from representing these topics in a way that isn't explicitly villainizing.
Shit, you're a real cowboy. That's nice, man.
So to come back to my first question, what is masculinity in the modern age? Well, they often say reject modernity and embrace masculinity, but that is only as long as you can maintain your humanity.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like people like these Andrew Tate figures who's just a facade, it's just a character. Andrew Tate's just a fucking character. Have completely rejected their humanity.
What it means to be a man will be a forever changing concept, depending on the time and place you live in on this world. But for now, what I think is that if we were to take the good characteristics of all these men, we can create an unstoppable character. With a morning routine and
me! All the good characteristics of those characters is me, chat. Is you. It's in all of us. Feelings, it can't tell the future or anything like that. No, I agree with that. Last thing you watched or one for your dream, next thing you keep having that you're worried about something you're worried about, or something you aren't worried about, you're realizing that you have great potential, which is a good thing, but you also might be trying to disconnect from emotions. I'm not really worried about anything. The only thing I'll be honest with you guys, and I don't like talking about this, but like I'll just be honest for the sake of the conversation. The only thing I'm worried about is something that everyone worries about, which I'm gonna be fine, so like don't stress. But the only thing I'm worried about technically is like some financial things right now, which I will get out of very soon. Within the next month or so, I'll be comfortable again. It's just from the move, some other things, blah 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 blah, paying off, like breaking a lease I had to break, and some things like that. That's the only thing I was really worried about, and like it wasn't even like it wasn't huge. Like it was stressful, but not stressful to the extent that I was like, you know, fucking like getting depressed or getting like having kind of like no, it wasn't affecting my life in a major way. If you're thinking about it a lot, I don't think about it a lot, but there will be moments where I'm like, damn, like this fucking sucks, and I'll have like maybe an hour or two of just like fucking like a little bit of stress, but it's nothing insane because like I mean the financial problem isn't huge. It's definitely something like overcomable. I'll say that. Like it's definitely like it's more of just like a patience thing more than anything. See, I don't know, Mighty. I'm like back and forth because like you say I don't believe in that, but like the thing is like the brain is so fucking powerful. Like the brain, like literally without drugs or any kind of like chemical, you're like foreign outside chemical, all these chemicals in your brain. Like you can hallucinate, you can see things that aren't there. You can like literally there's like conditions where your brain will trick you into having conversations that you never actually had, or trick you into thinking that like. So like I do believe. I don't know. I don't know if that has any correlation either. It's a very tricky subject. And the thing is, I haven't. And people have always told me, but like I said, like, and I've always had this dream, but I just haven't. I'm a strong believer. But I agree with the draft. Like, I don't think there's like any future meaning or mystical meaning or anything like that. Awaken in life.
The style of Patrick Bateman, the work ethic of Lou Bloom, the humor of Travis Bickle, the appeal of Tyler Durden, and the bravery of the driver, I think we'll get pretty close to what it means to be a man.
I agree.
If you want to watch and discover more movies like these, you can check out Good Time, Fallen.
This is an awesome video. I love really thought-provoking videos like this. It means a lot. Dreams are technically the brain's getting rid of junk it needs to go. Still like a lot of pseudoscience, but there's a definite connection. Like I said, I truly believe the brain is very powerful. Like I said when we did watch the ghost thing, like I believe most people who think they see ghosts are literally just having like a crazy chemical imbalance, hallucinating, or remembering things that actually didn't happen. Because like that's true. Like the brain can literally trick you. And the thing is like it's so hard to realize that because like it really will your brain can implant memories that never fucking happen. I like watched this whole video on this like scientifically. Your brain. How are you gonna believe in ghosts and spirits but not believe dreams mean anything? That's wild, okay? Like your brain can implant memories, like you will believe them, and nothing anyone will say. Like someone's like, "Oh, that didn't happen." Like I never told you that ever. And like it's usually more like extreme things, not like not even like this kind of sounds like a male manipulator kind of thing, but like events that would happen in the future, nothing major, but. Relating to me, well, that could be coincidence. I believe 100% would be a coincidence. Like who the future president is going to be. There's usually two runner-ups. So like, I've lost physically since I've literally had 3 scratch marks appear out of nowhere on my arm. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I've already thought how I thought about that. And a bleeding thing.
Angels and Another Round, which are all streaming on Mubi right now. Mubi is
Predict something that happened to my mom. But the thing is, like, how many you sleep, 365 days, etc. You're gonna have some dreams that have some sort of truth to them. Like that's just like that's like this common like you can like, just figure that out with like math. Like there's a percent chance it's gonna happen. You're fucking how many years old? Like you're gonna have a fuck ton of dreams. Like. They're always doing sleep studies for PTSD patients because the trauma affects the dreams and gives them night terrors. Yeah, that's actually a great fucking point. So if your trauma and your PTSD can affect your dreams, but like, is that just your brain remembering and replaying a memory, or like telling your brain that you need to like deal with trauma and that you haven't dealt with? It was 2 seconds before, then bam, it was there. It comes truth in a few days, if not the day of. It was scary though. I mean, I agree. It's definitely something that's gonna fuck your brain. I have nightmares. It's very scary. I mean, I agree, Michael. I 100% agree. I just don't dream really. I mean, like I do have nights where I don't have dreams, or I just wake up and completely don't remember anything about them. I like how this was a video about masculinity turned to insomnia. But like, okay, we'll get back to what it said. So you guys like. From okay, I'll describe it one more time in just definite detail. Probably this is 15, 16, even before caffeine. And even when I was younger, like I remember I'd always wake up early. I'd always be up super early, and I always stay up late. That's one thing for sure. I've always stayed up super fucking late. Even when I was like little, my parents would be like it'd be like 3 or 4 a.m. My parents, you got to go to bed, you got to go to sleep, and I just wouldn't. Like I remember I'd be hiding in my room playing with toys at like 3 or 4 a.m. while my whole family's passed out, or I would sneak into the living room and get on the computer at 3 or 4 a.m. because I couldn't sleep, or whatever it was. And then I'd always wake up early. Complete body detox on your dreams, and it can stand as a reason that smaller amounts could still have effects on your dreams. I mean, I've never been chased with a gun. I've had a gun pulled on me, but not like it wasn't pointed at me. Someone just pulled out a gun and like threatened me. But it didn't really give me PTSD or trauma, to be honest. Have you had trouble focusing? No. I'm extremely focused. Dude, you know how focused I have to be to sit here for fucking 3 or 4 hours and fucking just like look at a computer, click buttons and edit videos? Literally, like, editing videos requires, like, it's pretty easy once you know how to do it, but it's just extreme focus, like boom, boom, do this, and I can't get distracted or I won't get it done. I don't know. So if I have insomnia, is it something I can live with? Like, or would it eventually fuck me, you think? Loss of reputation? What do you mean, reputation? I don't know. I don't understand what you mean by that. Or you're saying repetition? It'll fuck you up for sure. But in what way? Have a nightmare? I mean, I don't really consider them nightmares. Like, I wake up and I mean, like, I just go on with my day. Like, it doesn't bother me. Like, it doesn't, like, wake me from my sleep. You know what I mean? And yes and no. Well, I guess the characters of this show had insomnia. They ended up being, like, killers and craziness and whatever. Mania and insanity. I definitely think I have mania. I definitely think I'm insane. But in a good way. It gets bad enough? Maybe. Alright, chat. And they do just fine. I mean, I think I'm doing pretty fine. Like, I'm a high-functioning individual. I'm very active. I'm very fit. I eat pretty... Honestly, this past week, I've eaten the worst I've eaten the past 2 weeks because it's this new job, and I've just had, like... I've literally had zero time, chat, to do anything, bro. Like, it's crazy. Like... This is, like, I thought I was busy before. Like, this is the most busy I've ever been. Because I'm still keeping up doing all the same stuff. Still posting the same amount of content. Still putting in the same hours. And working, like, 6 or 8 hour days. It's crazy. Like, dude. And the thing is, I fucking love it. I love it. Like, I'm so happy. Like, I fucking love waking up and working from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. It's fucking, like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I really don't. Like, maybe in the moment, like, standing there at work, like, I get, like, oh, this sucks. But, like, at the end of the day, like, I just feel so good. You feel like you lost your reputation? Like, in that sense? No, I mean, I think my reputation is very good. Like, I mean, like, I don't know what you guys think about me online, but, like, as far as, like, in my group of creators, people respect me. I feel like you guys respect me to an extent. My family and my brother and, like, my friends within my in real life, like, they all look to me as a leader. And, like... So I feel like my reputation is very good. I've never, like, done anything abhorrent to anyone or anything. Like, I mean, you guys know I'm very anti-degenerate. Like, then yeah, it'll be a problem. Good. All right, chat. We'll wrap it up right there. Is there any final thoughts on that? All of you not been able to sleep in the past month. I mean, I sleep eventually. I'll sleep 2 or 3 hours, but, like, every day. Every day. It's literally, like, I'm not even kidding. It's not like, it's like, you know, once or twice a week, 3 times a week, 5 days a week. It's every day. And it's been like that for, like, 10 years, 12 years. Probably longer. And it's like an everyday thing. Every single day. It's never been like, oh, like, I've had a month of this, and then, like, I had a couple good weeks. I mean, I never really pull all-nighters. I'll say that. Like, I'll always sleep 2 or 3 hours. Because I probably around, like, 5, 6 a.m., like, 4 a.m., I'll lay there, and I'll turn off everything and just close my eyes, and I'll lay there for, like, an hour and a half. Like, to stop training, to stop the insomnia. I honestly, I never really pull all-nighters. Maybe once or twice a month. But, like, more because I'm, like, doing shit. Like, I'll start writing a script, I'll get really inspired to do something. But that's, like, the only time. But, like, I will consistently sleep 2 or 3 hours. Oh, yeah, I know that, Mighty. I know, and the thing is, like, you could ask anyone, like, you know, people who's like, you know, like people from my past. I guess you can't ask them, but like, I'm a very light sleeper. You ask my brother, like anything, like someone says something, and I will have a you can have a whole ass conversation. This scares me, especially like if I date someone and like they sleep in my bed every night. You can ask me questions and I'll answer them super honestly in my sleep, but I won't be knowing I'm answering. If you're like I'm asleep and you're like, so what did you eat for breakfast? I'll be like, eggs, bacon, toast. Like I can talk in my sleep, like literally have a full ass conversation, and it's coherent. Imagine sleeping couldn't be me either. Never. Exactly. Like, is that not weird? Like people have said it's so weird, and like I'm always afraid someone's gonna take advantage of it, because like you could ask me anything and I'll literally just answer it. Like, but if you move, get up, you touch me, I'll like wake up. And the thing is, once I wake up, I can't go back to sleep. So like if I get like an hour of sleep, like I'm laying there for an hour, I'm like sleeping, and it's like from 4 a.m. it gets 5 a.m. Something wakes me up. I'm like I'm up for the day. It's just how it is. I cannot go back to sleep. But like literally like I've fallen asleep on the phone with people. And the thing is, but I don't remember it. I don't remember what I said or what I'm saying. I kind of remember that I had a conversation when I wake up. Like they were saying something to me, but I can't remember what it is. I have RBD. What is that? Like resting bitch dick? Definitely not good for the brain. But like I will literally fucking like speak like conversations in my sleep. Or I've had people like I've seen videos of it too. Like I've had people record videos that, and my brother and my parents, like, and like I'll fucking have a full ass conversation. And it's like coherent, it's not rambling. Or I'll wake up and I'll be like, dude, I'll wake up and I'll start talking in chat sometimes. Dude, I know lethal's the fucking worst. That's why like I'm very like I tell people like if I'm asleep, like don't wake me up, just let me sleep. Your loss of REM sleep. I probably haven't, like I said, only time I actually get sleep is like once or twice a month. I'll fucking crash. But dude, last month, honestly, I didn't have a single one of those days, honestly. In order to heal itself. But heal from what? Like heal from the insomnia and like to cure my insomnia. So like let's say like just for example, tomorrow I go to sleep, like I just like don't stream. And I'm not saying I am, obviously. I'm gonna fucking stream. But I don't stream, and I just like somehow manage to fall asleep like 10 p.m. and I sleep till 9 a.m. Like, what is it healing me from? Because I don't feel like I'm damaged. I don't feel tired. Like I can still wake up, go to work, go work out, go to the gym, edit videos, do stuff, stream. Into the rest phase. Do you guys think it'll kill me? Honestly, if it doesn't kill me, I'm not too worried about it. You know, like is death on the table? Like, let's be honest here. I haven't been asleep in 2 days. My body rejects sleep, so that's one thing that's different for me. Like, because I'll always sleep 2 or 3 hours quicker, just from daily work, REM sleeps, from daily stress and process stuff. But like, I handle stress so well. Like, I think my biggest strength as a human being, I can handle stress. I can handle trial. I can handle like tribulations very fucking well. Yeah, but like the crash isn't even a big deal. If I have to sleep twice a month for a long time, like I'm fine with that. To be honest. Make your brain slower. But if I've been doing it for so long, like why is my brain, you think I'd be even more high strung and high wired if I slept? Like you guys think I'm only reaching like a certain like if I actually slept I'd be like fucking unstoppable? Like unstoppable fucking brute force. Can't keep doing. I don't know. That actually, like that you say, that actually like blows my mind because I do believe in stuff like that. Like you guys know, I believe in like eliminating bad things in my life, like alcohol, porn, gambling. And I don't like do all these things, but like I believe like those things will elevate you from like say you're 80%, maybe it's like 90, 100, whatever. So it'll start deteriorating. Look at me, Mick. Look at this shit. Does it look like I'm fucking? Does it look like I'm fucking deteriorating? Does this shit look deteriorated to you?